Video title on screen, The Willowbrook Experiment, Children Used as Test Subjects, Dark True History and Forgotten Human Experiments. Opening, chilling music builds. Black and white photos of Willowbrook fade in. On a quiet island just beyond New York City, a haunting chapter of medical history unfolded behind the locked gates of Willowbrook State School. For years, most Americans had no idea that the institution meant to protect society's most vulnerable children was actually the site of one of the most disturbing human experiments ever sanctioned. Imagine this: hundreds of children with intellectual disabilities, isolated from the world, intentionally infected with hepatitis, all in the name of research. How, you might ask, could such a horrifying study go not only unpunished, but publicly defended by leading scientists and government officials for decades? On-screen text, 1956, Staten Island, New York, Willowbrook State School. It began in the 1950s, when Dr. Saul Krugman and his colleagues set out to study hepatitis outbreaks plaguing Willowbrook's overcrowded wards. But instead of seeking safer conditions, they deliberately fed infected fecal matter to children, hoping to map the disease's progression and test new vaccines. Consent, if ever sought, came in the form of vague paperwork foisted upon desperate parents, who were often told their child would only be admitted if they participated. The so-called benefits of this research were widely touted, even as the children suffered, some for years, some for life. Footage, old newsreels, grim institutional corridors, quote on screen, the research was justified by the importance of the problem. Dr. Krugman. For nearly 2 decades, the medical community and public officials turned a blind eye. Reports of abuse surfaced, but were dismissed as exaggerations. Why? Because in the eyes of many, these children were unwanted, invisible to society. The doctors were praised for their scientific rigor, the school continued to receive funding. It wasn't until the 1970s, when whistleblowers and investigative reporters exposed the squalid conditions and the truth behind the experiments, that public outrage finally forced the institution to close its doors. Ending, slow zoom on empty Willowbrook halls, somber music swells. The Willowbrook experiment serves as a chilling reminder: when a society devalues its most vulnerable, unspeakable atrocities can be hidden in plain sight. What other secrets might be lurking behind the walls of institutions we trust? In the shadows of history, the echoes of Willowbrook still haunt us, urging vigilance, lest we forget how easily the unthinkable can become reality.